India, Hoopsters, the League of Action Heroes. We are a website for children, parents, and schools. Okay, as part of our online programs, we have a segment that is called That Job Rocks. Okay, That Job Rocks basically deals with all sorts of career advice from people who are actually in the industry. And we're focusing mostly on alternate careers. And you were one of the best people to talk to because you're just 21. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm just 21.
You're just 21 and you have a published book, which is pretty amazing for somebody who's 21 years old. So I'm sure there are a lot of people who are wondering, how should I go about starting my job as a writer? Okay, there may be kids, even maybe adults who don't know how to go about it. And since you've done it, we thought you'd be the best person to talk to. Okay, Nihal, tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do? Are you studying? Have you finished studying? What are you up to right now?
So currently, I'm pursuing my law degree at IFIM Law School, Bangalore.
Okay.
I'm in the fourth year, which is part of an integrated course. It's a 5-year course. So I'm in the fourth year, and there's 2 more years to go. And right now, I'm looking for internships during this pandemic.
You're looking for internships during the pandemic, and how has that been? Has that been easy, hard?
So it's been tough because they really filter out, they get a lot of applications. And getting selected of thousands of applications is a very bleak possibility. But yes, my search is still on for a virtual internship.
All right, all the best on that.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll find something. There's a lot of people looking for young law students like you. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I hope so.
So let's come to your book, Nihal. It's a very interesting subject that you have chosen. You're speaking about the contributions of various characters in the Mahabharata to the war of Kurukshetra.
Yeah.
That is your subject. And your book is called You, Me, and the Epic.
Yes.
How come you chose this subject, considering that you are 21 years old and there's a very bleak possibility of someone of your age getting into the mythology and all of that? How come this subject?
Well, you can say since childhood, I was very used to reading these stories, be it from bedtime stories to just regular comics. So I was very inclined towards the stories, but I always wondered like whether these stories are real, whether they actually take place, there's some learning behind it. There's a lot of buzz going on around that nobody could never truly understand the Mahabharata. It is completely, there are many versions of it, there are many meanings for it. So I thought, can I decipher a meaning that I'm able to understand and give it to the rest of the world? And that's the main idea of the book.
And how did you go about your research for this book? What were your sources?
So sources were mainly, in fact, Quora was a great source. Quora is a website where it's like a forum, it's a discussion forum on any topic that you post a question about. Where through that I was able to understand that being 21 years old, also there are people like me who are interested in this topic and are allowed to have a discussion, share their opinion about each character, what do they feel, and I did see very contradicting opinions over there. There was almost a debate going on with several.
Yes, continue, Nihal. You're back.
Yeah. So Quora was a great source for me for actually explaining about these characters and the virtues that they possess.
Okay. So, see, when we think about Mahabharata, we think of very few characters, right? We think about maybe Krishna, we think about Arjuna, we think about very few characters. Mostly, if you look at anybody, they probably look at the Bhagavad Gita and say Krishna and Arjuna. Okay. Tell me one character that is not very well known that you found really interesting.
Character that was not so well known, but did find very interesting. Interesting in the sense that it was tough to write about him. Was Vidura, because characters like Vidura, Nakul, Sahadev, they are very underrated characters. Not many people know about them, but they did possess certain virtues which I feel each human in the Kali Yuga that we are living right now should definitely possess. So these three characters are definitely interesting and tough to write at the same time.
So what did you find out about Vidura, Nakula, and Sahadeva and all of that? What were the most important? I'm not going to ask you to reveal secrets from your book, but something that you personally found interesting.
I can tell you about Sahadeva because one thing that really intrigued me about Sahadeva was his loyalty towards his profession, where he's an astrologer. So there is an incident that did take place. I'm not really bringing out the snapshot of the incident anywhere, but there's an incident that did take place where where the loyalty towards his profession, being an astrologer, he must always make the right predictions, and predictions of Sahadeva were always true. In fact, it was after Krishna, it was only Sahadeva who knew that Kurukshetra war was definitely going to happen by hook or by crook. Yeah. So it was his loyalty towards his profession, no matter if it's a friend or a foe. He was loyal to his profession, and he definitely gave the right predictions to whomever asked for it.
Right. So loyalty to profession. That's a very important virtue, because that's the subject of our discussion today, which is careers and jobs, and how to maintain your loyalty to your company or your business or whatever it is. So tell me, now that you have learned about these virtues, do you think, what is your conclusion? Do you think that Mahabharata really happened, or is it, as they call it, mythology?
If you ask my opinion, I still feel it's a story written by God himself, leaving a message for mankind. But there are many theorists and historians who definitely disagree with from my opinion. So yeah, I still can't really confirm the happenings of the Kurukshetra.
Okay, sounds fair. Sounds fair. So I'm sure you have your research to back your opinion. Okay. So tell me, Nihal, how hard was it to write this book? What was the process of writing this book? First, from the time you got an idea to actually putting it on paper, getting it published. Take us through the process.
So, to be honest, I'm not a renowned author yet to actually give tips to someone else, but I would definitely share what I have done.
Right.
So, before actually sitting down and writing a manuscript, I feel we should be mentally prepared, because it all starts with a small beginning. You take a piece of paper and you take a pen and you start writing down whatever's in your mind. After every page that you finish, there's a self-doubt that comes in within you, like, this is not going to work, I'm wasting my time on this. So for an author especially, it's a great task and a big hurdle to cross that. Where, I mean, if you really are keen on becoming an author, this phase will definitely come when you feel like things are not going to work. I think I should just quit it. But it took me some time to go past through that phase. And after every page that I finished, not necessarily that page would be part of the final draft. It might end up in the dustbin, but still go ahead with it. Right. Crumple that paper, throw it in the dustbin, and then take out another paper and continue writing.
Right.
Yeah. So I went about with that. I started with an introduction, had the concepts clear in my mind. After every character, there was a writer's block that I faced, where I'm like, okay, I'm not able to think clearly now. And that's when you need to take a break. Depends on how much break you want to take. You can take it for a week, or or just a couple of hours, but you must be in that zone to write if you want that flow to carry on. So yeah, like using the sources from Quora and interpreting, giving my own interpretation and what I feel personally about the characters, I was able to go one by one and cover up all the 19 characters that I did in the book. And
how many characters?
19 to be precise.
19.
Okay. 19. I did wanted to give it a round figure 20, but looking at the list, the only important I was missing out was Lord Krishna himself. But in all the previous characters, I was literally critically analyzing them as to pointing out their mistakes. And I, being human, I literally cannot point out the mistakes of God. So I thought Krishna could become a book. Krishna as a chapter is not really confined to a chapter. A book only can be written about him. So I thought, okay, let's stick to 19.
Okay. So you're not going to question God in your first book?
No, I'm not going to question God. I want to write more.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense. So now, Nihal, you're also doing your course in law. You're studying law and you're writing a book. Okay. So many people would imagine that, suppose a child says, Mom, Dad, I want to become a writer. They would probably assume that, this kid is not going to do anything in life. He's going to waste all his time sitting and trying to write a book. So how do you balance this? How do you balance your interest in writing, and how do you balance because considering law is a heavy subject, it's hard. It's got a lot of study to do, right? Yes. So how do you balance that?
it's not only with respect to law as a stream, because, like you said, a school student who wishes to become a writer and parents are worried. Of course, they would be worried because education is important, and not just becoming an author out of nowhere and having that as a sole career is not really a good idea. But it's all about the concept of literally believing in yourself, because it's not about we don't have time, it's just
Hmm.
that we don't want to take time.
Correct. Makes sense.
Right.
Hmm.
Even the busiest person would rather say this, that I don't have time, but in reality, he doesn't want to take time.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if you truly believe that being an author is my thing, you would literally, fix time for that as well as for your studies. So it's
Hmm.
all about taking time and not about having time for it.
Okay. And what sparked this interest in you? How did you wake up one day and say, okay, listen, I'm going to write a book? That's not something that's very normal that happens every day, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
What,
happen.
yeah, what happened? What made you do that?
Uh, I always felt that I should leave a mark behind in any shape or form. Uh, this concept of writing a book did come up to me when I heard this saying that humans might perish, but knowledge and books still continue to exist.
Right.
Then I thought, if that is really true, then I might as well leave my mark as a book behind than
Hmm.
doing something else. So that, yeah, if that is gonna, I'm gonna leave that for the generation that come after me.
Okay. And then tell us the next step. Now that you finished your book, you need to have
Yeah.
it published. So how does that process work? What did you go to everybody? Do you send them the manuscripts? How does that work?
I did a bit of research and I found out that Amazon does have this Kindle Direct Publishing program.
Mm-hmm.
And through that program, it actually gives you self-publishing services,
Okay.
where the process is very simple. They give you an agreement which you must read. Of course, being a law student, I have to read all the terms and conditions just
Right.
to be safe. But the process is very simple. They'll ask you to upload the manuscript. And if it's let's talk about an ebook first. So I actually started as an ebook and then I made it into a paperback. So as an ebook, all I did was I uploaded the manuscript. They asked a few details like the age, the what's the target audience, like
Hmm.
who
Hmm.
is this
Hmm.
book meant for.
Hmm.
Then they'll ask you certain keywords, like what keywords if they type on the Amazon search bar that you want us to show your book,
Hmm.
and certain things like description, your title, and once then it will also give you an option to download a software called Kindle Create.
Hmm.
This is only with respect to ebook.
Hmm.
Paperback doesn't really have that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Kindle Create does. It's a very smart software if you ask me, where it personalizes your manuscript and
Mm-hmm.
shows you how your manuscript will look on a Kindle.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And on that software itself, you can do the rest of the editing. You can add new paragraphs if you wish to. You can add,
Hmm.
break between each paragraph. So the software is very good. And once that software, you export your manuscript from that software. That package itself, you just attach it on the website.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Okay.
once you're done with that, you move on to the pricing stage, where it gives
Okay.
you a range of markets where your book and Kindle is available all over the world. Ebooks are available all over the world. You directly
Hmm.
access them.
Hmm.
So it will give you a list of countries where you can decide the pricing of your book in each country.
Hmm.
It will give you a marketplace like Amazon.com, which is in
Hmm.
US dollars. So,
Hmm.
for example, if I have set my price of the ebook as $3, with respect to $3 in other countries like Canada, UK, Australia, Italy, Spain, what are the other price ranges that can be fixed for that book?
Okay. Okay.
Click
Hmm.
submit. Click submit. Within 48 hours, it will be under review and
Hmm.
it will go live on the
Okay.
Amazon page. It's very self-explanatory. The website is not all complicated. So yeah, Amazon has been a great help in publishing my book.
So basically, the first step for a aspiring author, for an aspiring author, is pretty set up right now in today's world, right? So at least you can
Yes,
get your book out there and see what happens. So what
yes,
is the next
definitely.
step when you have to get like a hard copy, like a paperback or a hardbound book? Is that different or is that just as easy?
It's just as easy on Amazon because once you're done with an ebook, it also gives you an option that you want this book to be converted into paperback, and the process is same as that. Just that you have to follow some cover norms. The cover of your book
Hmm.
has to fit according to certain norms.
Hmm.
Making it fit under certain norms will take some time because there's a lot of editing to do with your cover, the size of it, and everything. But once you're done, it'll give you a green signal, and then your pricing and all that is just the same as the book.
Okay, so they do all the printing and putting it together. It's done by them, or how does that work?
Yes, it's done by them. And with respect to this is happening for free because they are going to give us 70% royalty, and 30% of the cut they are going to take as for printing charges and tax reductions.
So you don't pay anything upfront to get your book
I
published?
literally don't pay anything upfront.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So basically, if somebody is really interested in pursuing a career as a writer or an author, they have options today. It's not earlier where I used to go and please print my book. It's not like that anymore.
No, it's not like that anymore. There are options, and Amazon has been has shown a great initiative by organizing this program. This is relatively a new program. So initially, paperback of my book was not available in India immediately, but later on it became available. So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's considering you're from India. Okay, yeah, that is. I get that. So tell me, do you think that being a writer is a lucrative profession? Do you think people can actually look forward to a future where they do only writing and nothing else?
I feel writing could be a source that generates passive income. With considering the possibilities are out there and the pandemic around us, I feel it's a source of generating passive income. If someone wishes to make a career out of it, then studying literature would make more sense if they go hard by that stream. I feel it could be both, depending upon what stream you have chosen. If you've chosen literature and you want to become a writer, then that's your career basically. If not, it can become just a secondary source of generating passive. It can be both.
So, what are the challenges that an aspiring writer should be prepared for? What are some things that you faced as a writer yourself when you started out?
Intimidation, because when I got to know that I'm writing about Mahabharata, I did go through a few books on the Amazon store itself, and going through those books by renowned authors and the bestsellers that they are, intimidation is the biggest problem, biggest fear that one has to go through. But we must also, remind ourselves that our ideas are still unique, and we have to give those ideas out there. Whether it works or doesn't work, it's let's leave it to the guy's hands. So.
Right. So, what kind of feedback have you received for your book? Have you been getting any feedback from your readers?
Yeah, I did get a few feedback from my readers, and according to them, this book is meant for young generation, adolescent and teenagers, that age group, or as for, of course, for adults as well. And so far, good feedback only.
Okay, good.
But I'm still open to negative criticism. I'm still open to that.
So if you do get any negative criticism, because that's a part of being a writer or a performer or anybody who's in an alternate career, criticism is a given. So if somebody were to criticize your book, how do you think you would handle it?
But best way of handling is to respect their opinion. Because it's simple. If you chose to become a public speaker, you have to accept public criticism. Right. So yeah, it's best way is to understand what that person is saying, because he has a very different opinion. He's not wrong. It's just a different perspective. So yeah, best way of accepting is to respect that opinion.
Right. Now coming to that job section, which is what we are looking at. We're looking at alternate careers and things like that. What would you say a person, like you said, to study literature, they have to study this. Do you think there are other options to make money, to actually make writing a more lucrative source of income, lucrative business, profession?
Yes, now with in fact, there's been a news report recently saying that women during pandemic, by publishing their ebooks on Amazon and using self-publishing services, have generated a good amount of passive income for themselves. So in times like this as well, with technology that has been developed so much, there are many opportunities, and this could be one of them.
Okay. Do you know anything about how the future might look for writers? What other opportunities that may be available? Are you aware of any such things that may come up in the future, like programs or publishing options?
Hopefully, now the vaccines are out. Book readings in cafes and restaurants should happen. But the future for all authors and in writing especially is ebooks, I would say, because the, considering pandemic still around, I feel ebooks is the future where you literally don't have to buy any hard copy, and everything is available on your phone. Now your phone literally has everything, does everything. So
Right.
ebooks is the future for authors and books, if you ask me.
Okay. Nihal, do you have any tools or any technique that you use to sort your thoughts? Because when you're writing a book, or even if you're writing an article for that matter, there are 10,000 ideas that come in your head. And like you said, you can write and you can chuck it away and then you can continue writing. But there needs to be some sort of a structure, right? So what is that structure that you follow? Is there anything at all?
Best structure of following is make a list on a piece of paper. The only way of improving your quality of thoughts is to reduce the quantity of your thoughts.
Right.
So if there's a stream of thoughts flowing, I just put it down on a piece of paper in the form of a list. So what was over here is now on a piece of paper and I can see it. Whether it or not is now the secondary thing.
Right.
So yeah, best way of actually controlling your stream of thoughts is actually making a list on a piece of paper. Okay. Very simple.
And how can schools or education institutions or parents support children who are looking at a career in writing? What can they do to encourage them?
They can do them. They can encourage them by actually motivating them to participate in smaller competitions that you conduct in school, story writing competitions or article writing competitions. So, okay, give it a try. There's no harm in giving it a try. And only by making mistakes that we have come this far. And to be honest, even I haven't reached the stage where my language is so fluent or my vocabulary is of that high of a scale where I use really complicated words. So I stick with simple language, but there are many other great authors who use such beautiful language which even I don't understand. So.
Nihal, how long would it take for you to finish your book?
So I started this book in the lockdown period. So in the lockdown period, it took approximately 6 months. It took an extra few weeks just to edit it. Thanks to a friend of mine who did the proofreading and editing and everything. She really took time for it. So yeah, approximately 6 months and a half.
Okay. When it comes to writing a book, the writer is one person. Okay. What other kind of teammates should I look for? Do I need to have anybody else in a team, or can I do it alone?
In life, no one is ever alone, first of all. There's always someone who's having your back, be it your parents, be it your friends, be it your cousins, your siblings. There's always someone having your back. Best way, because like I said, initially you might not be so confident with the idea. So best way is to surround yourself with people who give you that positive outlook that, there's no harm on going about it. Like, give it a shot. There's no harm. What are you going to lose? The best way is to surround yourself with people around you. Friends, family, you name it. Anyone who is your confidante, whom you can literally share thoughts with. So yeah, that's the best group that you can have when you are going ahead with an idea like this.
Right. And tell us how your family supported you. How were you? I mean, did they do the first read, first criticism? Were they the people who did it all?
Yes, three most important people to thank. First, my mother who did the reading, my brother who designed the cover page, and my friend who actually proofread it. My friend literally took time. She's right now she's in US, so the time there are some time zone differences. Considering this difference, also she was willing to take time from her busy schedule and everything. So yeah, my family, my friends really given everything for it. That's the reason this book is all of them and nothing of me.
Do you think that you would write another book again?
Yes, thoughts are here. I just have to put it on a piece of paper now.
Right. So can we ask you what you're planning to write about, or is it too early?
I can give you at least on what I'm writing. Not really the description. So I'm writing about. I'm thinking of starting on Ravan this time.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're writing a book on Ravan.
Yeah, that's all I'm giving out right now.
And you started your research and everything.
Yeah, almost. I mean, no, I'm yet to start. Thing is, I've been busy with college assignments.
Acha. Okay, so balancing the two.
Yeah.
So Neha, this was, I mean, for me to see that somebody who is all of 21 and has a published book, for me that is almost very inspiring, almost impossible for me to imagine, and it's really inspiring that people like you can actually motivate peers. Like it is nicer to hear from a younger person that, oh, I have published a book, than listening to somebody who's much older. You feel like, hi, yeah, they've already done everything, they've built a career, now they've started writing big deal. That's how we feel, right?
Correct.
But when you're seeing somebody who's actually out there, who's studying also, who's looking for internships, and then is also writing, it is very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
So you tell me that if you had one thing to say to your peers or young people younger than you who want to set out on this journey, what would your advice to them be?
Since my book has gone out, I've been getting a lot of comments like, you're just so young and you published a book. While that all sounds really good, but I personally feel age is just a number.
Hmm.
Like when a guy who's 65 years old started the biggest food chain, KFC, that is one of the leading food chain all over the world. He was
Hmm.
65 years old.
Right.
And if you did that when you're 65 years old, you really need a number, for an age to reach a certain stage where you have to start doing something.
Right.
People who are younger to me can do better than me as well if they
Right.
just believe in themselves.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nihal. My last question to you is,
Yes.
now you know what this program is about. That Job Rocks. It's about alternate careers. It's about uh, helping parents and kids understand what it takes to be in a certain business, right?
Hmm.
Why do you think something like this is important today?
Um, I feel it's always better to, nothing is better than actually having something of your own, creating something from scratch that is your business, be it, a line of art that you create, a line of fashion that you create. The fact that it is something that you made of your own and you're going to leave it behind gives you that motivation to go ahead with the idea.
Mhm.
And the concept that your company is coming up with, I think it's a great initiative where it motivates people to actually do something of their own, start something of their own. That too in times where, in times such times like the pandemic, it's all the more important to be self-reliant.
Okay. Leave us with one message from your book that you are using in your own life, because it's mythology, it's sort of philosophy. So is there some one learning from your writing journey that you use in your own life?
So
One or many? It can be many also.
I'll just leave with this one statement where I really don't have any big aim in life, but I do have this one thing that before I leave this planet,
Hmm.
my life should make a difference in someone else's life.
Right.
Before I do that, I'm not going to close my eyes. Unless and until I do that, I'm not going to close my eyes.
Okay.
So make a difference in someone else's life and leave this planet. I will leave with that.
Amazing words, Nihal. I'm so glad we had this chat. So
Thank
tell
you.
us, if I want to buy your book, how do I go about it?
So my book is available as a Kindle as well as a paperback on Amazon.in. So you can literally buy it from there. It will take some time to be shipped, but it's available. You can buy it.
So the book is called You, Me, and the Epic.
Yes.
Okay, and the author's name, guys, is Nihal Raj. So don't forget to, check it out. Please buy the book. Please read it. Tell him what you think, because he's on the verge of starting his next book. So some feedback would help,
Yes. Yes. Very much.
right? All right. So thanks, Nihal. I would love to have a chat with you once your next book is out.
Yes,
And I'm hoping
definitely.
that is soon. And I'm hoping that is soon. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us today. The idea behind That Job Rocks is very simple. We just want kids to be able to find the career of their dreams. And if we can find industry experts who can give them the right tips and the right push in the right direction, I'm sure we can actually help these children be successful in any path that they choose. That is the whole idea behind That Job Rocks. So to read a little more about what we have done in the past and what kind of careers we're looking at, please log on to www.hoopsters.in. Uh, at that, Geeta has raised her hand. Would you like to ask us something? Geeta, is there any question that you want to ask us? You can type it in the chat box. No? All right. All right. So I think that was a great chat for me. We will have this up on Hoopsters as well, and I'll share the links with you. You can share it with everybody. All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nihal. Thank you so much for joining us today, and all the best with your next book. All the best with your book.
Thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye.